How often do we hear, well, these days just nobody wants to work? That's the thing that gets thrown out. Well, the real problem with the economy is nobody wants to work. Now, I've actually studied this one a little bit. I've seen the data, but from your lofted perch with your credentials and what such, when you hear something like that, is that matching the data? Is that matching the policy? And does that match reality?
I think folks have, just from my personal perspective, folks have a need to belong and a need to do something constructive, right? Something to believe in. For some people, that may be making motorcycles. For some people, that may mean, you know, being a gun safety officer at a range, right? That may, for other people, that may be teaching, right? Um, People want to do something. Like it's just in our nature, it's innate. The question is the value that we placed on that labor and the price we're willing to pay it enough to get people to do the job? That is why when you have jobs that are, say, more dangerous, maybe maybe you're a coal worker back in the day. You got paid a premium because they knew it was dangerous. You know, um, if you are a nurse in an ICU and you take up the overnight shift, well, that's harder, so you get paid a premium. But when businesses are not offering, right, the wage that folks would say they need um, to do that job, then that's what creates employment. That might create the, well, people aren't willing to do this. Well, I would say to those folks that say, well, some people just don't want to work anymore. You know, our attitudes and beliefs around work and around family and around social life change every generation. And perhaps what we're seeing is sort of what a generation has decided is what is valued to them, right? I think we've gone to a point where, we've probably overvalued work in this country in the sense of, I'm going to recreate. We're overvalued work in the sense that we are a country of workaholics. People are putting in a lot of hours and doing work where they don't necessarily need to, and they're sacrificing, say, time with family, time with friends, time with their children. Other countries, very similar to us, maybe different politics, maybe the same politics, make very different choices on how they distribute their time. Right. So I believe that what we're seeing when people say people don't want to work anymore is they're taking values and judgments they had from their generation and applying it to new generations that have built upon the knowledge that those past generations have had and looked at the choices that they've made and seen how they worked out. So
And
I
I
think it
think
is
that
incorrect